hands are still on the wheel, knuckles pale, waiting for the water to go flat again, so your real life can finally begin. That's the deal you made without noticing. I will start living once this settles down. Two very different teachers, a Roman emperor who wrote his private notes while fighting wars and outbreaks of plague, and a Buddhist nun who watched her whole life come apart, are about to tell you the same uncomfortable thing. The water is never going flat, and you were never supposed to wait for it to. Marcus Aurelius wrote something that has outlived an empire. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. He didn't mean this as a mood. He meant it as a mechanism. Whatever blocks you isn't separate from your path. It's the exact material your character is about to be built from, if you let it. He wrote that line while commanding armies through actual wars and plague, not from a quiet garden. Pema Chödrön arrived at the same mechanism from the opposite direction. She calls the ground shifting under you groundlessness, and insists it isn't a malfunction. It's simply what being fully alive has always felt like, with the illusion of solid ground finally removed. An emperor mid-crisis and a nun mid-collapse, centuries and oceans apart, are describing the same water. Neither one is telling you to fix the storm. Both are telling you the storm was never the interruption. Here's what that means for the water you're gripping the wheel through right now. You've probably spent this season treating the chaos as evidence that something has gone wrong. With your plan, your timing, or you. Chodron would ask you to look closer. What if nothing has gone wrong at all? What if this is simply what things falling apart has always felt like to every person in every generation who was ever paying attention? Aurelius adds the other half. Once you stop waiting for the water to flatten, the obstacle in front of you stops being a delay and becomes the actual site of your next virtue. Patience practiced now, not once things calm down. Courage exercised now in this exact rocking boat. You are not thrown off course. This is the course. The version of you that only exists on calm water was never going to exist at all. Here's the layer most people miss about both of these teachers. Aurelius wasn't handed a peaceful decade to reflect and then write his philosophy. The meditations were composed in fragments, at night, in the middle of the actual wars and plague he was living through. Chodron didn't develop her teaching on groundlessness from a stable life. She arrived at it after her marriage ended, and the ground she'd built her identity on gave way completely. Neither teaching was produced by calm. Both were produced by the storm they were standing in, which means the wisdom you're borrowing from them was never waiting on the other side of your crisis. It was only ever available inside it. That changes the question you've been asking. Not, how do I get through this so I can finally think clearly? It's, what does this exact storm want to teach me right now that calm water never could? You do not need the water to go flat to begin your life. You never did. The storm was never keeping you from the voyage. It is the voyage, and it has been teaching you this the whole time, whether you noticed or not. If this reached you, subscribe and keep crossing with us. Until next time, loosen your grip just slightly. The water already knows where it's taking you.